Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the lunchtime hour draft show on the Bleav YouTube channel. I'm Joe Deleone, and with me today, we've got an awesome special guest, one of the hosts of Bleav in Falcons, and of course, an Atlanta Falcons legend, Michael Turner, former first-team All-Pro back in 2008, second-team All-Pro in 2010. Michael, I really am excited to dive into what the Falcons can do in the 2025 NFL Draft because they could take a huge leap forward. I want to start asking you about this, though. Defense seems to be the priority. From the Falcons' perspective, what position on defense do you think needs to get the most attention?
Well, everybody will say the edge, right? That's everybody's first opinion. That's the easy. Well, I think a nice solid linebacker that can also rush the passer should be a priority for the Falcons. I think we need a combination of guy that can do both, can rush the passer and play solid against the run. Because we've been getting gashed on the run lately too. So we want to show up to our run defense, and I think a nice solid linebacker could be the pick first round. It doesn't necessarily have to be an edge rusher.
I think a really unique option for that in that vein, Jahad Campbell, the Alabama linebacker, ran really fast at the NFL Combine. He was a middle backer for Alabama this year, but formerly was the edge recruit. So that could end up filling that need. So that's an angle that I think hasn't been brought up. I think that people don't realize that the Falcons don't just have to draft a pass rusher. They could just go with a athletic weapon to deploy and to be utilized in multiple ways. I look at this team, though. Do you think that the issues with their pass rush, do you think, though, that just generally that's been what's held them back this past year?
Man, it's been a combination game of things because it's been times like the second half of the season. I think we started getting quarterback sacks and quarterback hurries and quarterback hits. So we can't necessarily just blame that on that aspect of the game. Just our struggles with that, just why we losing football games or why the defense hasn't been performing, because we've been playing solid on the back end one week, solid up front the next week, and it's been up and down. We just up and down season. So we need to get guys here that's going to be consistent. So our main problem is not being consistent. So that's that.
This past offseason, the Falcons parted ways with Grady Jarrett, who's been a long time important defensive captain. I just want to get your thoughts. Like, was that unexpected for you that they ended up moving on from Jarrett?
Definitely unexpected. I thought it was going to give him another year because last year that was his rebound year last year because he had an injury the year before that, I Bleav.
Yeah.
So I think last year was supposed to be his comeback, his bounce back year, and he played well. I guess the numbers just didn't add up. I think it was just a numbers game with the Falcons because we are strapped with cash on the salary cap side. So Grady was just one of those guys, man. He's been here for a long time. He served us well in Atlanta, on the field and off the field, and we wish him well, wish him the best. And but we got to move on, man. It's times like this hurts, man. It hurts when you have to separate from guys. He's one of the last guys that was on the Super Bowl team. So I don't know if we have anybody else left that's on the Super Bowl team, but I know he's one of the last ones, maybe the last one or two guys. So it's a new era, man. It's a new era. It's Raheem's era, and we're gonna have a lot of new faces, man. Grady just has to be one of the casualties this year.
Yeah, and last year there was investment in drafting some depth defensive tackles. Roro, I feel like from Clemson last draft had a very mixed feeling from Falcons fans, where some were excited about his potential, some were a little bit disappointed with the results that he produced in his first season. Do you Bleav that this Falcons interior defensive group, the defensive tackles, do you think that they're strong enough for them going into this upcoming year? Or do you think that defensive tackle is another position that they need to draft bodies in this class?
I don't know if we need to draft a D tackle. You can get a nice D tackle off free agency. Somebody that just got cut from another team. Some D tackle, you can fill that hole, unless you're a special guy like Grady. And so, you know what I'm saying? But like other than that, you can get some guys you can play D tackle by committee. So D tackle is kind of like the new running back, on the defensive side. So we can rotate those guys and do D tackle by committee and get some results there. Maybe to patch things up till we get somebody special up front, or maybe one of these guys emerge and be up front. We never know.
This past season, Michael Penix, very unexpected pick for anybody in the NFL draft world, just the NFL world, nobody thought that Michael Penix was going to be drafted as early as he was. Nobody even thought that they were going to even take a quarterback because they signed Kirk Cousins. I want to dissect this offense moving forward and the direction that they can take this team. First of all, how crazy was it for them to take Penix from your perspective? Do you think it was a smart move at the time? And how has this maybe shifted the way that he played in those last few games? How has that perspective changed?
At the time of the draft, I was like, hey, all right, we drafted a quarterback. It was understandable because I know like Kirk Cousins is not young, so eventually was going to draft the quarterback anyway. So, but people was upset about the pick. But I didn't understand that at first, as far as like people being upset about it. Who could we have drafted at that position? Or maybe that nice corner that went to Philly. I guess we could have drafted him, I guess. But, you never know. It's one of those things. But we securing our future with the quarterback, and we got the quarterback of our future. Raheem and the Arthur Blank, and everybody loves this guy. So if you love him, take him. You can't wait. We can't wait till next year and the year after to fill that quarterback need. That's too important of a position to overlook.
What were your thoughts on how he played this year? He played very small sample size. He took over for Kirk Cousins at the end of the season. After Kirk, the wheels fell off a little bit. The injuries started to catch up to him. Just wasn't able to drive the ball the same way that he once was able to. And Penix showed some nice things, showed why he was worthy of at least a first-round consideration this last year. What did you see from the rookie and now expecting moving forward what he's going to accomplish in the future?
Well, what I liked about him is the situation that he was thrown into. He was thrown into like playoff atmosphere situations for the Falcons. So for him to step in and play well in those situations, that makes me excited for this upcoming season because it's going to be less pressure on him week one. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of pressure on him coming into that. I think his first game was against Washington, Sunday night, a primetime game. That's crazy for be your first start and having that all that pressure on you. But he handled it well. He's a good kid, good head on the shoulders. I'm excited to see what he can do in the future with a whole off season around him, knowing that he's the starter, knowing that he's the man off that back, and Kirk helping out a little bit if he's still here. We don't know after the draft. That's another thing. But we'll see. But I'm excited. I'm excited for his future, and the future is bright for Atlanta.
What do you think is the expectation for Penix and this Falcons team this coming year? Do you think that they have to reach the playoffs? Do you think that they should be expecting to maybe even go on a run this upcoming season? Do you think now is the time for them to capture lightning in a bottle and see if they can carry some momentum to some big wins? Or should we just be expecting hovering around the playoffs and maybe the year after that is the big year?
We don't have time to wait. We can't wait around around with this division. The division is getting better. It was a down year last year. But this, if you look around, look at this, the landscape of the division. This is some nice teams in this division that can look to make another stride next year, and we're looking forward to being one of those teams. And if everything goes well for us, we have a nice draft. We bring all the guys back, all the key pieces back that we need, and just have a more focused year. A healthy quarterback. Kirk was hurt last year, so as they say, that was the reason why he wasn't playing well. So we'll see how things go, and see if we can just put everything together finally. It's been a long time since we've been in the playoffs, so I don't want to put that pressure on Michael, but hey, he has all the tools, all the weapons around him. We can get some more people to emerge and rise up with him. We can make the playoffs, win this division.
Speaking of the weapons that are around Michael Penix, do you think that the criticism that Kyle Pitts gets is justified? Like, do you think that there's still potential for him to get back to that production that he had when he was a rookie? And maybe what do you think has been holding him back?
Just confidence, because off of injury, he probably never been hurt before. Seriously, that can take a toll on you mentally. I don't know. I haven't talked to him, but I know he still has the skills. He didn't just forget all those skills overnight. He still got speed. He still got all the talent is there. We just got to put together, get his mind right. It's all mental for him. So coming to his offseason, I hope he's mentally clear, got his offseason right, do his offseason regimen right to get back and bounce back this year stronger and better than ever. Another thing, he's been having different offensive coordinators, different quarterbacks, so that could play a factor too. So let's see how him and Michael Penix can connect and see if they can maybe get on one accord and do something special this year.
We know that Bijan's one of the better running backs, if not one of the best running backs in the NFL. But the running back room behind him, you kind of wonder, is this a year with such a deep running back class that they might consider drafting somebody else? Do you think that this could be a year where they look for some more depth, or do you think that they're just overall satisfied with the way that the room looks?
I think they're satisfied with the way the room looks. We don't have that many picks this year. That's the problem.
Right.
I think we only got like five picks. So we can't waste that on the running back. That would make me go on Twitter or whatever and voice some complaints. So no, we don't. The running back room is all right. If there's one room that's okay, it's the running back room. Do not need to touch that. We need to focus on other things.
To kind of stick on that thought of unexpected picks that would be frustrating for Falcons fans in the first round specifically. If there was one position that the Falcons drafted outside of running back and quarterback, because like those ones feel obvious. If there was one position where you were thinking, man, why did the Falcons go with that there? That the Falcons always seemingly have an unexpected selection in their early rounds. So if there was one position that you were thinking afterwards, like, I don't really get what the thought process was there.
One position?
Yeah.
No, for some reason, I'm thinking the Falcons can throw a monkey in this thing and pick a receiver first round. I don't know.
That was where my head went too. That was where my head went. Is like they could just randomly take one of these receivers and then everybody be like, huh?
Man, if he do, I mean, it could be maybe just plan on airing it out. Just like Michael Penix, you know what I'm saying? Go for it. Repeat what he did in Washington. I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, that would be interesting if they did do that. But you can never have too many good receivers, so hopefully that doesn't end up being the Falcons' approach in this draft class. I want to talk a little bit about your path to the NFL and you being such a premier player coming out of Northern Illinois, and how you were able to carve out a role for yourself as a former 5th round pick. I want to first just talk about like your pre-draft process and what that was like. What were your expectations when you were coming into the NFL, and how were you maybe trying to differentiate yourself?
Man. Coming to the NFL, I was hearing late 1st round, 2nd round pick, 3rd round pick.
Wow.
Yeah, I was hearing definitely first day. That's what I was hearing. But in the back of my mind, I had doubts. I thought I was like, man, something ain't feeling right because I'm not getting the love that other guys are getting. And for me to be one of those guys considered first day, I'm not getting the media attention there. And so I was thinking 2nd round. I had no idea. I mean, 2nd round on. I had, with the doubt of I might be there 2nd day. So that was that. But as more and more running backs' names were getting called, the more frustrated I got, man. And the pre-draft process is crazy. It works your nerves a lot. You never know where you're gonna go. It's a life-changing event. It's so much stuff that goes into it, man. And it's very stressful, but also fun at the same time. You enjoy it, you appreciate it, that you're blessed to be in the position that you're in. But that was my position, man. And I wanted to go higher. I wish I would have, but I ended up in San Diego, man. So so that's that. And I just had to make the best of it, man. I had to make a name for myself. With the little carries I had coming into the league, so that was that. But as far as coming into the draft, I thought I did everything I could do to differentiate myself from everybody else that was drafted with me. I played against the bigger schools, played well against the bigger schools. No big schools shut me down like that. So I think I showed well. I showed well on tape and did well in interviews. I just got drafted 5th round, man. It is what it is.
Did you ever figure out if it was just happenstance that you slid behind a couple of other running backs, or did you ever find out?
I never found out. Nobody never told me anything.
Wow.
I just don't know because I ran well. I was big, strong, fast. Had all the tools, man. As you can see, all pro running back. So it wasn't me. So it was them. They got it wrong.
Yeah, it just kind of goes to show that sometimes this draft process, it's imperfect. Teams make silly mistakes. They overlook guys. And I think that this draft class is going to have a lot of running backs that do get overlooked because there's just so many great, productive names that have done amazing things in their college careers. for any of these guys that do get drafted late on day 3, that go later than you did, what would you be your advice to them that they can start to earn carries and eventually become a starting running back in the NFL?
Just learn how to be a pro. That's the main thing. That's what you're there for, to be a pro. So don't be discouraged on where you got drafted or anything like that. Just go out there and be a pro. Play special teams, do everything you have to do to make the football team, because you just gotta prove yourself even harder. Use that chip that you got on your shoulder to turn it into success, to a successful career. Man, I just remember, man, that brings me back to my days, man. When I got drafted 5th round, I was pissed off. I was pissed off, and I was going to a team that had a future Hall of Famer. So I was like, why do they need me? You never understand why a team needs you, and then why you're getting brought in, why you're getting drafted. Just go in there, keep your head down, go to work, and just hope for the best.
So last thing I wanted to get to today, you being a former Northern Illinois running back, if I have this correct, you played with current head coach Thomas Hammock. Is that correct? Or were you guys not there at the same time? You were there at the same time? Yeah. Well, so the first thing I want to ask about is the victory. I'm a Notre Dame fan, sadly. So the game that happened this year, were you watching that entire game, or was it one of those things where people started texting you like, "Hey man, are you seeing this?"
I was on the sideline, bro.
You were on the side. Oh, you were at the ND game. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh man.
I was on the sideline. Witnessed that miracle, man. Yeah.
Wow, that is. I mean, that probably best game that you've
got that day.
But that's probably best game that you've got to watch in person, not as a player, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely, man. And that's the greatest victory in NIU history, man. We used to hold the title with my team where we beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa when I was a senior. But that tops the cake, beating Notre Dame, a team that ends up in the college football playoffs, national, whatever, what I'm saying, national championship. The only blemish was against Northern Illinois. That looked good, So my hats off to Thomas Hammock, to Northern Illinois Huskies, man. You know what I'm saying? Go Dogs.
So I think it sounds like it's pretty safe to say that you and Coach Hammock, do you guys have a good relationship? Do you try to ever go back and talk to the team or be around this current program?
I haven't talked to the team since Thomas been hired. I'm pretty sure he'll ask me in the future one week. Thomas has been a great coach, man. He was a great mentor to me when I first got to Northern Illinois, and things just went crazy. He ended up coaching NFL. I ended up playing in the NFL, and now we just over here just rooting on our Huskies, man. He's back at the program, supporting the program. I support the program, and we're doing well. We're moving into a new conference in a couple of years, so that's going to be exciting for us. A lot of exciting things happen at Northern Illinois, and now I'm happy for Thomas to be a part of it.
Well, awesome. Well, this was awesome getting to catch up with you, Michael, and to talk about expectations for the Falcons. I didn't know you were at that game though. That's really fantastic. You got to be there on the sideline for that. It pained me when Notre Dame lost, but I'm sure from your perspective that was extremely exciting. Where is there, outside of Bleav in Falcons, if there's anything that you'd like to plug and direct folks to where they can go and check out, where can they find you on social media and everything?
Oh man, Mike Burner 33 on X. That's the only thing I'm on right now. I'm not really heavy on Twitter or X, or whatever we want to call it now. I'm just now getting started, but Bleav in Falcons, man. We got a lot of things coming up this year. The team's going to be great, and our show's going to be great. So
of course.
Tune in. Stick around for the year. It's going to be a great ride.
Yeah, make sure to go and subscribe to Bleav in Falcons to get all of your Falcons analysis, breakdowns from two legends of the Falcons franchise. We'll be back next Tuesday at noon to talk more NFL draft. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your week.